Hey, what's going on, guys? Today is Attitude of Gratitude, day 2 of 22. I hope you are counting your blessings and giving thanks and having this attitude of gratitude. As I mentioned yesterday, if you haven't seen the video yesterday, go check it out. You can also catch my videos. They automatically post onto YouTube, and I'll put the link down below in the comments to my YouTube channel specifically for Men of Abundance. And also, if you're not a member of Men of Abundance, if you're not subscribed to the Men of Abundance podcast, I'm going to put that down below too. Check on iTunes and your podcast players. Look up Men of Abundance, because I'm going to be sharing a lot of great information on there and sharing my origin story, my backstory about how all this got started. Eric, welcome, brother. But hey, listen, I am extremely grateful. As I was just driving around in the neighborhood, and we had Halloween the other night, and one of the ways that you can gauge a good neighborhood is by the quality of the candy that they give out during Halloween. Am I right? Exactly. I'm talking, my son got some freaking, just a bunch of candy and quality stuff, not just the cheap stuff that end up getting people's houses egged or something like that. Back in my day anyway. But when I was growing up in grade school into middle school, going into high school, I literally lived in a trailer behind a single wide trailer, nonetheless, behind another man's house. We couldn't even afford the trailer park. That is until my parents divorced. My mom moved on, and that was super hard for me and my brother, specifically because my brother chose to go with my dad and I chose to go with my mom, even though I did not care for the man that my mom had moved on with, although that was the best decision my mom ever made. And just as a side note, I figured that out later, but I also moved on with my mom and stepdad because I knew that I would be able to move on. I would be able to stay in school. I wasn't going to be able to do that with my dad. And even though we lived in that trailer for so many years, and oftentimes without any utilities, sometimes we'd have to go stay with friends, which was kind of cool to us as teenagers, but it was hard for my parents growing up. My mom always worked, but my dad was always in and out of work. But even though we were in that situation, and probably some of the poorest kids in our school, although all the kids in our school were pretty much not poor, but lower middle class for sure. Definitely nobody, maybe a couple upper middle class, but most of them are lower middle class. I never really felt poor. I never felt poor. I can't explain it even then. I always knew there was going to be better things in my life. And I knew that going with my mom and stepdad, I would have more opportunities to move on and continue my education, finish high school. I was the first person in my immediate family to finish high school, let alone go on to college. But today I'm super grateful for the community that I live in, the lifestyle that my wife and I have, with the grace of God, obviously have built for us here in this community. And it's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful that we're able to raise our two boys that are still at home here in this area. The other one's getting ready to leave, but my youngest, my wife and I were just talking, he's going to be able to grow up with kids here in the neighborhood and have that connection with kids that I had growing up, but they weren't afforded. My boys weren't afforded because we moved around so often while I was on active duty and in the Army. So I'm extremely grateful to be in this community and have this lifestyle like this compared to where I came from, living literally, we couldn't even afford the trailer park until my mom remarried, and then we moved in with him in his trailer in the trailer park. Kind of funny, right? And then upgraded. They eventually got to the point to where they had a house and stuff like that. But it's just so surreal looking back on where I came from and my humble beginnings. And I have to say, even though I consider it kind of poor because our income was very low, after traveling around the world, 23 countries on 5 continents, and seeing true poverty, where kids are in the streets, they're not afforded the opportunity to go to school. It's kind of comical, it's kind of laughable, but I never want to downplay anybody's situation because I just don't know what's going on in their life. That's why I like to have conversations with people that are in those situations, and that's why I have conversations with people on Men of Abundance. So if you are not subscribed to Men of Abundance, go there because I'm having conversations with men and women all over the world. 229 episodes as of today will launch today, and these people are living an amazing life of abundance. They have a kick in the gut moment that will bring tears to your eyes, many of them, and they have enough is enough where they got out of that kick in the gut moment. They turned that mess into their message, or put their life on a new trajectory, and then they share with us what they share. Every one of them shares what do they feel holds most people back from living a life of true abundance. And it may resonate with you, and it may push you to move on and live that life of abundance and prosperity that you not only desire, but you deserve, if you're willing to put in the work for it. All right? So go check that out. And guys only, I'm going to put a link down below for you to join our Men of Abundance community on Facebook. This is just for the men. We're having conversations in there. We're continuing the conversations from the podcast episodes. And all of you can go check out the Men of Abundance fan page. All right, take care. And I hope you have an amazing weekend. I'll be back tomorrow sharing my what I'm grateful for tomorrow. I've got a list. There's no way I could run out. I'm always grateful for something, several things. All right, take care. Have an awesome day.